All right. How about them Georgia Bulldogs?
Mike, I am giving Georgia an A. I don't think any team in the SEC necessarily deserved an A plus this year, but if any team did, I think you would have to give it to Georgia. And certainly taking into account the week to week inconsistency that we saw, but also toughest schedule arguably in the country. They navigated it by beating Texas twice, including once in Austin. They beat Tennessee, and of course they won the SEC championship. And I like the fact that each time this team's back was against the wall, they responded. Whether it was against Georgia Tech, it was after they lost to Ole Miss. Definitely a flawed team, but I think also the potential, if they can iron out the week to week inconsistency, of course, Carson Beck's injury, the SEC champions, I think, can still get to the end of the season as the national champion, despite everything that's happened this year.
Right. Well, here's another one, Steven. I'm a kinder greater than you. Give me an A plus. Again, I think we kind of got fooled by the schedule and just how daunting it was, and them losing a couple games. And again, never wrote Georgia off necessarily, but never kind of viewed them as a national championship contender, quite honestly, because I didn't quite see that from them. But I'm starting to see it now. It seems like they're getting better. Albeit that Ole Miss game kind of scared me, but that Tennessee game, that's when it kind of clicked. It seemingly, of course, I guess then you could say, well, how they almost lost to Georgia Tech, but it doesn't matter what they almost did. It matters what they did, and what they did was they won. Adversity continues to strike. Kirby with his 9 timeouts in overtime. I mean, it's annoying, but it's a stroke of genius, and I think he outcoached Sark with his backup quarterback. A plus, Georgia Bulldogs. I think they're the pick to win it all. But again, I should probably stop saying that because this has been the season where the pick to win it all usually loses their next damn game. So let's say favored to go to the national championship. That's what you want. You just want to get there and let the then I'll pick the other team because I can't pick a Georgia game to save my life anyway.
So one interesting stat on Georgia, they averaged under 30 points a game in the SEC this year. First time since 2019. The offense has been rolling. This year wasn't quite as good in SEC play.
I blame Bobo.
Yeah, fire Bobo.
All